Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be learning about the mouse move and the mouse leave event in JavaScript. So how this is going to work is if we take a look at our browser here, you see we've got a title here of coordinates, then we've got this blank square. Now if I hover over this blank square, you can see we now get a paragraph which gives us the coordinates of the mouse on the X and the Y axes. So learning about how the event object works and how we can manipulate it to give us the exact location of our mouse. And then when I leave the box, you can see it's also shooting off another event, which is the mouse leave event. And it's also given us a paragraph saying that the mouse left the box. So again, a really simple project, but it's really good fundamental understanding of how the mouse move and the mouse leave event works, while also taking a look at some of the properties of the event object. The first thing we're going to do is just open this with Live Server. So we've got our blank browser there, and then we'll just go inside the body. And if I open this up, you can see we've actually got index.html, style.css, and an app.js. So first let's link our style sheet. We'll link the JavaScript file. But again, this is a really simple project, so all we're going to need to do is wrap the box and the title in a container div. So we're just going to give us an ID of container, give it h1, just say coordinates, and then we're going to have the div for the box. So it's just going to have an ID of box. And underneath that we'll just have a paragraph which has the ID of exit. So this is going to represent that paragraph at the bottom that appears here, saying that the mouse left the box. So that's what that's for. So that's all we need for the HTML. Let's go in CSS, grab that container. We're going to center all of our content using display flex. Let's just save this so we can actually show our box. So we're going to center all of this. So we'll say flex direction, column, justify content center, align items to the center, and then height 100 viewport height. So a really cool and useful way of centering content. Save that, sense it to the middle, and let's give our style into the box. Say box width 350 pixels, height 350 pixels, give it a border, solid, 1 pixel, black, and then let's just set the cursor to a pointer. And again, that's all we need for the styling, so there's our box. Now let's just open up the inspector tool so we can see the console. And I'll show you guys why in just a second. So let's go into the app.js, and then let's grab our box which has the ID of box. So we'll say const box, let's set it equal to the document dot get the element by its ID, which in this case is box. And then first we'll do the function for the mouse move, and then we'll do the function for the mouse leave. So we'll say const mouse move arrow function, and we're going to pass the event object into that arrow function as an argument. And I'll show you guys in the console why. But let's just first create a variable for coordinates. So we'll say this is equal to mouse coordinates is going to be equal to a property in the event object, and that property is going to be client X and the client Y. So if we actually just log this to the console, or log the event object to the console, and of course I need to add an event listener here, so we'll say to the box add event listener mouse move, and that mouse move function. If we take a look at the console, if I hover over the box, you can see it's firing off that event every time I move the mouse. So even if I move it a pixel, it's going to fire off that event. And if you take a look inside the object, if I just open this up a bit, inside each of these, if you take a look, it's got all these properties of the event object, and the ones we're interested in are the client X and the client Y. And what these are is basically where the mouse is on the X and the Y axes to whatever we've got the mouse move event on, so which in this case is just the box here. So it's only going to fire off when we're inside the box, and those coordinates, again, the client X and the client Y, is going to be where the mouse is in that instance. So for us to show this now, we'll just close this off. We'll say plus the event object dot client X plus set comma here plus e dot client y. And then we just want to set it to the document dot get element by its ID, and then set it to the ID of exit. Also the inner exit, also the inner HTML to equal that coordinates variable. So this exit again is just this paragraph that we have here, so it's just showing it at the bottom every time we hover over the box. So if I save this now, it should give us the coordinates in that paragraph on the X and Y axes wherever we go inside of this box. So again, just to briefly explain it, we've got the box here, so we've got this div class of box, given it some styling. I've created this mouse move function which takes the event object as an argument, and then we're using the client X and the client Y properties of the event object to give us the exact numbers of where the mouse is on the X and Y axes inside of this box. And then obviously we just added the event list now of mouse move to this. Now we also wanted to use the mouse leave. So this is a different event that fires off when you actually leave that specific object, or in this case this div, this box. So just to show that in real time, let's change this. Let's just say mouse leave. And then we'll just change the text to be the mouse left the box. So this is just highlighting that this is actually a completely different event. So mouse leave, just to mouse leave. Now if I hover over the box, we're getting the coordinates of where the mouse is inside of the box here, so on the X and Y axes. And then if I leave this now, we've got another event, which is the mouse leave event, which is giving us a different text. So again, these are two different events that are firing off, and you can combine them together to create these cool effects. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Just wanted to highlight how we can use the mouse move and the mouse leave events in JavaScript and the event object to access where the mouse is on the X and Y axes, and create the opportunity to create loads of different cool animations using JavaScript. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.